Hello and welcome back to CS38 Racing. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay informed about what we're doing here at the channel. Okay, so we're starting a new episode and we're going into career mode in Moto3. So it's time to pick a team. Now, I really am interested in picking a better team because the handling wasn't so great on CIP, so I'm wanting something that has a bit better handling, a bit better stability, because that's going to make a big difference in coming to points. So I'm liking the look of either Gas team here, but I'm feeling like Tissot Gas is giving us a stronger overlook here in regards to what they're looking for. They're looking for a top 15 in the race and a top 10 in the championship. That seems like something that's quite achievable, I think. And I'm also interested in that we get teammates now in our own creator teams, which I think is something that should have been in the sport for quite a while. It's something that should have added to the game to keep the game interesting, and it also sets a benchmark. So I think I'm going to go for the Tissot Gas team. This is initially the sort of look I'm running. This is not decided finally yet, but this is what we're going to run with going into the season. Alright, we're going to do so you choose whether to play the season with the official calendar and short calendar. I'm going to go official calendar. I like the official calendar. Keep it as official as possible, and I think that'll put us in a good position for the season and give us some time to get used to the bike and get some momentum flowing, particularly with the game being a little bit more difficult than in AI sense since in seasons past. So, yeah. Alright, so here's the official launch of the season. So let's see how that goes. And there's our teammate. And this is the Tissot Gas Racing. He's 98 and I'm 8. So that's cool. We've got a matching 8 theme in number. And it looks like our rival again is Yamanaka. So we're looking to beat Yamanaka here in the first opening season, within the first 3 GPs, and convince Gas to invest in resources needed to be competitive. I think Gas has enough of those. On behalf of Tissot Gas Racing, we're really pleased to welcome C Racing to the team. So that's our teammate. Thank you so much. I can't wait to lead the team to new results together. If you want this courtesy is worth special treatment, you're wrong. The primary rival is always the teammate, and I don't make concessions. Yeah, let's be more peaceful here. Keep him on side. Better to have a happy teammate than a grumpy teammate. I mean, it's not like we're directly fighting for the championship. I mean, it is our goal, it is our aim, but currently I don't think the team is at that level just yet. So this is the rider and team screen. Oh, here we go. We've got some new things. The circle highlights relationships you have built on the track and MotoGP wall. Explore the paddock to discover how your relationships with others impacts things. Popularity, a good relationship with your brand colleagues will guarantee, but I know it'd be easy. Heated rivalries, so you've got to keep your relations with other riders good or bad, or that it affects the way that your championship progresses. Relationship with the teams. With the teams page is a window looking onto your future. Here you can see the teams and the status necessary. So let's have a look at the relationships that we've got. Well, we've got no angry relationships. We've got and meh relationships, I'd call those. Meh, the little yellow ones. Not positive, but not negative, so I think that's okay overall. So most of the... Oh, Munoz is happy with us. We've got a good relationship with Munoz. And that seems to be about it. Yep, and we've got an okay relationship with Mark Raga. Okay, so overall, that's the new thing there. Development in Moto2, your team and rivals will develop motorbike dynamically, depending on your performance in the race. You can see the modifications of your motorbike on this page and compare them against those of other teams of your category. Your position in the standing and the relationship with riders of your manufacturer determine number of development packs available. The packs are applied at the beginning and the middle of the season and before the tests in MotoGP. When logging in to MotoGP, you interact with different aspects of development and choose areas more in line with your riding style. As manufacturer leaders, you can keep the quality of the engineer's work under control. The development performance value changes every season and influences the performance of your bike when racing. If the performance is problematic, you can try to improve it with your performance on the track until you reach a higher status. So this is good, seeming like a bit more of an overhaul to the development packs. I do wish that they kept like development packs also in the practices. It feels good to get extra points for being out on track, not just on race performance, because we know in reality they do a lot more testing in sessions. Well, previous until these sessions has changed the setup, there was, practice qualifying was also testing time. Okay, let's jump into the next round. So we're into the full season here. Excuse me. The summer break is in, which we're currently in when this video is being released, all the way through to Qatar at the next round, and Valencia to round us off. Okay, so let's jump into it at Autodromo Internacional de Algarve. We're going to do all the practice sessions, give you the highlights, and see you down on the grid for the race. Alright, so this is a P1 review. We've managed to do some good times here. We're sort of floating around the mid 55s, and we've got into 54.1, getting into some good rhythm as we need to do, and it's currently putting us in first. So we finished practice 1 in third with a 154.180, and this is feeling pretty good. Hopefully we can maintain the momentum for the rest of the weekend. In P2, we managed to do a 152.812, so we did improve, and that puts us first, and our teammate Mark Raja in ninth. So this is a good session for Tissot Gas team. And this is hopefully what we can continue to maintain through the weekend to have some good pace. P3. So let's come across the line to start off our practice session. Coming into turn 1 here, always a tricky braking entry into turn 1. You really want to make sure that you've got your braking markers correct so that you don't run too deep or brake too hard and cause yourself to crash. This is also a tricky corner. There's a couple of lines you can take here. You can take a wider or a tighter line. This time we took a wider line. Turn 4, I don't really like this corner. I can never seem to get exactly the drive I want out of here, but that's probably one of the areas that we're weakest at over this weekend, and this corner too, because the bike just seems like it either wants to pick up or it doesn't want to turn. That's a little bit of the physics, still getting used to that. Okay, so as we're running into this mid part of the track, it's a really nice and flowing section, hence why they call it the roller coaster, also due to the change in elevation with the rise and drops, like this one here. Now this section's really good. You can maintain a lot of corner speed here and need to be really careful here because you're braking while cornering, and that can be a little bit of a tricky combination. Oh, the front wheel just steps up there, and we're still on for a fast lap time here, but because it is the first time lap, everyone's got red sectors. Coming into this last sector, another corner where you can take multiple lines. You can come in close or go out wide and come back close and close the apex towards the end of the corner. But either way, we're running along here, keeping a good pace, switching into 6 temporarily here and just coming up the hill with the power. Running on used tyres, and we've managed to do a 153.731. And that was enough to maintain our spot on first place. And let's see where our teammate was. Where did Mark finish? Mark finished down in 27th, so not as strong a session for him, but hopefully he can pick himself up in the race or qualifying. Alright, so we're here in qualifying, going for our first flying lap, and we're down into turn 1. Oop, on the curbs a little bit there, so that might lose us a bit of drive, but we seem to be doing okay. Wide into turn 3 of the Lagos corner. Coming into turn 4, trying to get on the power to get some good drive down this short mini straight. I suppose you'd call it back straight in a way. Down into Torre Vip, into turn 5. Very hard to keep the bike exactly where we want it here. Hopefully as the season goes on and we develop the bike becomes more responsive. But overall, we're showing good pace and good rhythm here. We've got a red sector, but of course, because we've just started the session, everybody's on red sectors. So it'll only be once everybody comes across the line that we really have a benchmark here. Took that turn 11 really well there, as we were able to get some good entry and corner speed and be able to exit out of the corner with good exit speed. Okay, we're coming into turn 14, coming around to complete this lap. Get the power down and really try and maintain corner speed through this last corner. It's absolutely vital. So we've got a benchmark of a 154.81. Strangely enough, the front tyre is okay, but the hard rear tyre seems to be cold as well as the rear brakes. So we might come back out and give it a go with a different tyre setup. But we managed to do a 154.048, and we're currently 6/10 ahead of Morera. But with these AI, we can never be too careful, so we should definitely keep chipping away and see what we can do, because we have done faster this weekend by a couple of tenths. So let's see if we can continue to improve here. Okay, so we're up by a couple of tenths. Ooh, okay. That's definitely cost us that lap. We had a bit of a wobble there on the rear, and it's just continued to manifest itself, I guess, through the rest of the corner, and we've lost that lap. So we're definitely going to peel into the pits, maybe do a tyre change setup. I'm happy with the front, but maybe we'll put on a soft rear and have another go and see if we can go any faster. Let's have a bit of a practice here of the long lap penalty. Just to have a bit of a practice to make sure we're not in anyone's way. And we're going to peel into the pits. Whoop, do a little bit of a stoppie there. Okay, let's change this. Oh, we're going to go with a front soft and a soft rear, just let's give that a go and see how we can use that on track to our advantage. Alright, so fast forwarded, we had a run off the track a little bit and managed to get our time invalidated, so we just pick up here coming onto our flying lap. As you can see, the front soft is a bit hot, but it feels alright, and the soft rear is the right temperature, so thinking for the race we might go with a medium front and possibly a soft rear. Okay, so we're 4/10 up on the first sector, which is good because we definitely want to improve this time, with it being 0.1 gap between us and Ortola. We're just maybe able to get a little bit of an advantage here by sticking behind Riccardo Rossi to get some slipstream where we need to, but he's actually kind of hindering us there, so I'm gonna have to make a move into turn 8, the Samsung corner, just to ensure that we can keep the speed through this section here. Oop, we're a little bit out wide. Rossi's also coming back at us there. Almost a little bit like a race here, but we've got back up the inside of Rossi and we're still 1.1 up. As it currently stands, the front wheel picks up there, we get a little bit unsettled. We're 0.9 up on our previous time, or down on our previous time, sorry, faster than our previous time. And hopefully this keeps us in a position that we can put enough of a gap clear of Ortola and Suzuki chasing behind us that we're able to maintain pole position. So coming into this final corner, it's all about maintaining that corner speed. Corner speed is crucial around this track. We come across the line with a 152.87. Holgado is behind us, Morera in third, Massia fourth, and Suzuki fifth. So that it was our top 5 coming into the race. So let's see how we can go. Oh, where did our teammate finish? Let's have a look. Where did our teammate finish? Oh, he mustn't have finished in this top race. Anyway, let's get down to the race. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with everything that we're releasing here on the channel. Alright, let's go. It's saying that there's possibly going to be mixed conditions, so I've gone with a medium soft setup as I said I was going to in qualifying, and we're off to the start of the race. Holgado's got a good start there, but we can sort of just pull across into his slipstream and hopefully we can maintain the first position into turn 1, which we have managed to do. Okay, we got a good exit there, and we're currently maintaining a good lead on our Yamanaka objective as it goes, but this is early stages of the race. So they've already got a 0.5 gap to Holgado, so we're just really wanting to try and maintain, keep clear and run our lines, as we know that if we can maintain our pace, we are in a good position to be fighting for the podium, if not the win. Ooh, the rear stepped out there. I almost had a flashback to what happened in qualifying and running us wide, so I hope that doesn't happen. So far so good in this race. Everything's maintaining itself and keeping itself calm, which is what we want, and hopefully we can get to the end of the race without any rain and capitalise on our first pole of this season and capitalise with a win to start the championship off right. I think this is a good step. We're definitely showing competitiveness for Gas. As we know, Gas is definitely a really strong brand in Moto3, so it was definitely wise to enter the championship with Gas, or any KTM variant, I guess, in that sense. Okay, so we come across the line for the first lap and we are 2 seconds up. So this has been an ideal start to the race. Definitely what we wanted to have. Alright, we come into the third corner. We're still holding a convincing gap here, and we're just trying to just pause there for a second, had to check something, get some screenshots. Alright, so we're maintaining this gap at the front here. Has stretched out a little bit more. It's at 3.2 seconds. A convincing lead by Moto3 standards, so we're doing quite well here. And we're just trying to be nice and smooth. Oop, a little bit of a wobble there, but it doesn't seem to affect us too much. Oop, I think I just saw a drop of rain there, or are my eyes deceiving me? Are these drops of... Yep, these are drops of rain that are coming in, and this is definitely going to make the race a different story, as we are still yet to prove our wet racing prowess, so to speak. If you've watched the previous episodes, the wet races have not been working in our favour at all. Something we definitely want to iron out as we progress in the career mode here. So let's see how long we'll manage to stay dry here. If we can get across for another lap, we'll actually be at half race distance, which would be enough to declare a race result, I believe. So let's see if we can make it around for one more lap. So far the track's feeling alright. It's more of a mental thing in my mind that I've got to be a little bit easier because there are drops of rain, but the track is feeling pretty similar to what it was the last couple of laps. That being said, if you guys are enjoying this, please remember to like, subscribe and click that bell notification for all the good stuff that you can get from CS38 Racing. So let's continue just chipping away here. We've definitely got a convincing lead. Hopefully we can maintain a similar level of dominance. Oh, that's the first signs the track is becoming to be a little bit more slippery than normal. That just didn't want to turn in there. So hopefully we can just keep this pace in the wet and chip away to a cruisy first win. Oh yes, the track is definitely... Oh, there we go, we've had a tumble. Can we pick it up and get back in time? Yes, we can. Thankfully, we had enough of a gap that we've still maintained a gap here, so that's not the worst result. As obviously, it's pretty clear this race is going to be red flagged and the rest continued in the wet. So the gap doesn't really matter as long as we maintain our starting position for the rest of this race. Oop, just a little bit of twitching there, and there's a red flag. If we would have made it across for one more lap, we could have made it, but doesn't seem to be the way. Alright, so medium for the race, obviously, as that's the only choice the Moto3s have. So, let's see how we can go in these races. Ooh. So here we are, we're on the line, we've got the wetsuit on, let's see how we can progress here. Definitely not as strong a start as in the dry, but hopefully we can maintain a good line into these first sectors. Oh, we're a little bit out on the curbs there, so we're going to lose some momentum. Just got buffeted wide there. Oh, we're out wide and we're in the kitty litter. That is definitely not going to help us. We are absolutely losing positions hand over fist here, which is just so crucial in the wet. The AI are just so strong, and there's not a huge amount you can really do other than try and maintain your pace here. Now we're able to use a little bit of bumping and barging to get ourselves back into 10th position. And now we can maybe start to begin a recovery back up towards the top positions. But we're not seeming to have a huge amount of drive or any more pace than the AI here, other than in a few sections, but not enough to make any advantage. The bike just keeps doing this woo 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 motion in the wet, which sort of makes it quite hard to effectively brake and corner. So that's something we definitely need to work on in development. But we're coming back onto the back of this group here, and hopefully if we can maintain some slipstream, we can get ourselves into a good position. At the same time, the front tyre is also rather hot, which there's not really anything we can do about because there's no other options for tyres, but we've just lost 10th position there to Nepa. And it looks like Onju behind us is having a sneaky look. And there we're managing just to maintaining a grip hold, so to speak, just a pinky finger on the edge of the top 10. And that's definitely where we want to be putting ourselves in the first race to show that we are in contention. We're still 5 points up on Yamanaka, so that's important as well. Ooh, we're still having a lot of twitching around here. The bike just would not turn there. We definitely lost a lot of time there, allowing Nepa back through. We're trying to get the cut back on Nepa, but it didn't really work. Ooh, yep, we managed to pull it up there, so we have successfully got past Nepa, but can we hold on to 10th position here? So you can see, oh, we've run deep there, but it might be okay if we get a good line with some acceleration. We might be able to pull alongside Nepa and maintain the position just like we've done there. So we can see fellow Aussie, see there's the bike just doing this motion which it just starts doing and doesn't stop. It just makes us run wide and have no ability to gain any speed. So we can see Sasaki, Munoz and Kelso in this group ahead of us. If we can get to those, we could latch ourselves up into towards the top 5, which would be a good recovery here. So we're definitely stronger than what we were with CIP in the wet, but not as strong as we want to be. We want to be able to still hold those podium positions in the wet. Coming in here, we're definitely gaining on Sasaki, Munoz and Kelso as they have a battle amongst themselves. Oop, we've got a bit of a wheelie there. It's lost us a little bit of momentum. Bike's doing that weaving motion. I can't hit the apex here, and we're down. It's just the continuation of that rocking motion just didn't allow us to get any traction, any grip. We were just, it just kept sliding all over the place. Okay, so looks like our wet race woes are back, and it doesn't seem to go well for us in the wet yet. So this is definitely something we have to work on. to ensure that we're not at any disadvantage during the season. We're not giving away huge points like we are here. We're almost down there again. And now we've just got to ride out the rest of this race and hope that we don't make any further mistakes. Oh, like that one. So the AI are quite competitive here. And particularly in the wet, the AI are very competitive. But hopefully we can catch on to the back of these groups here. And I know we're not going to get any points, but it's just a matter of pride and ego that we don't finish dead last in the race. But someone has to finish last in the race, so... Oh, and we're down again. We're definitely finishing last here. Again, it was just doing that rocking motion. No stability, why? But anyway, we're just going to have to continue on and see what we can get in the rest of the season, and hopefully this abysmal wet race run does not continue. Oh, we almost had another crash there. Definitely not what we wanted to be doing. So let's come on to the final lap here. And just, yeah, let's see what we can carry into the next race. Because this race is just a write-off. But it was good to know that we've shown pretty strong potential here. And that we've also put ourselves into a good position for the rest of the races. Okay, so there's been a crash somewhere here. But it's all clear now. So Barrera is currently leading from Ortola and Masia. So let's just end this race, getting some sense of data, I suppose, and practice in the wet. But currently this is not how we wanted to start the season. We wanted to be a lot stronger than this coming into the season, and hopefully this will be something that definitely will improve in the next coming races. Not hopefully, we're going for definitely. We're going to make it happen. We're going to improve from here. So let's keep this going and learn from these experiences. Alright, so thank you guys for watching. We round out the race in dead last. Of course, we're not going to get that many points. We didn't get any points. Obviously, our teammate didn't place in the points either. What rewards did we get for that race? Yes, we got a first pole position, but overall, we did not finish 15th in the race. So that one's rounding us out. Thanks, guys. Like and subscribe for more, and make sure to